What's the word, YouTube? Alright, it's your boy, the Butler. Alright, we coming in at you with a frosty ass video. Alright, boys. Now, today we finna talk about some substance issues. You know, some of that OG shit. You know, we're talking about diphenhydramine, that diphenhydramine problem. Before I continue on, I'm gonna mention that everybody in this video is 18 plus, and this content's for 18 plus viewers, and I do not glorify or condone any substance abuse mentioned, only that fine ass fucking Zaza. I used to use and abuse diphenhydramine ever since I was 14, and this is why I believe any drug, including marijuana, can be a gateway drug, because no matter what, it is a fucking drug. I didn't start with weed, which is weird because fucking everybody starts with weed. And now my drug addiction actually started when I first had surgery on my chest for pectus excavatum. And I was given oxycodone pills even though I was a minor. And I literally received 10 oxycodone pills that I didn't even use till a few months later, because I didn't even know I had them. My parents had them. It isn't about oxycodone or hydrocodone. This is about diphenhydramine. So right now we aren't even gonna get it in order or anything. We're just gonna start off with my favorite cholinergic poisoning, because you know, you don't actually get high on diphenhydramine. It's actually just straight up poisoning you. Yeah, I was 17. I was an avid substance diphenhydramine abuser, or whatever you want to call them. You know, sort of new to marijuana. Yeah, I've definitely experienced with delirious associates at the time. I was friends with an individual, for privacy purposes, gonna go by Jay, we'll call him. I was on and off friendships with Jay a few times. Currently I'm not friends with him no more. And I wasn't hanging with the handler 420, aka Nate Dogg, really much at the time. I knew him before, but like I wasn't really hanging with him. We would abuse and use over-the-counter substances all the time. One day, me and Jay decided to go out and get some weed from our mentally deranged plug, fucking Trey Glala. I don't care if I put you in this YouTube video. You're a fucking piece of shit, Trey Glala. No idea what happened to him. Like, I don't talk to him or any shape, form, way, whatever, blah blah blah. Whatever the fuck he's doing, he's probably still scamming motherfuckers, because bro, he scammed me several fucking times. I know shit about weed prices. Fucking Trey Glala's crib, and we didn't even get a dub because I was, like I said, I was getting fucking robbed. After that, we decided, hey, let's go hit up CVS, you know, go rob them motherfuckers, because that's what we used to do back in the day. But occasionally rob CVS for Delsum, Robitussin, DPH, you know, shit like that. Who the fuck buys that shit? Nobody buys that shit. Everybody steals it. Workers, I swear to God, I felt so sketched out from, like, they were, I don't know, we're still very, the vibe was weird. Like, you could tell, definitely tell that they thought that we were stealing. Yeah, we stuffed that shit in his bag. I don't know why the alarm did not go off. I don't know if it's because, like, it only works for certain priced items. Yeah, I'm gonna actually tell a story about a alarm going off while I was stealing from TJ Maxx sometime, but that's for a future video. We successfully committed this fucking GTA heist, and we ended up walking back to Jay's house like a fucking boss. Obviously, it's been a while since I took DPH, and at this time given, I thought I could handle shy under a gram. At first, I took 3/4 a gram. Then waited about 40-ish minutes and decided to pop 10 more, 10 to 12. Not really sure. I just know it was another 10, like a fucking 100 milligrams, some shit. More than 100 milligrams. That's like what? It's like 350, I think. I don't know. That's fucked up. And I'm thinking about that. But yeah, this is where I fucked up. So diphenhydramine is a very unpredictable substance. It's similar to some nightshades like Datura and fucking Devil's Trumpet, or whatever the fuck that one's called. Never took Devil's Trumpet, but you get what I'm saying. It's more physically tolerable to DPH, Datura that is, because DPH makes you feel like fucking molten lava. Let's stop making some filler content and just continue on with the story. So fast forward, we ended up finishing the joint, and at the time I couldn't smoke at my house, so I was at his house. And I wasn't peaking, but I was at like medium, getting ready to peak. and I'm pretty fucking delirious at this point. And if you know or asked anybody who's been around me on DPH or any deliriant substances my entire life, you'd know my personality has been basically modified to match delirium to this day, and it's kind of fucked. AKA schizophrenia. So yeah, I started heading home. Then all of a sudden, the peak, bro, the peak. I couldn't control. And in my head, I was actually at my girlfriend's house at the time. And to me, I jumped out her window to ride my bike home, because that's what I do to sneak out of her house. And apparently there was a cop there, and he asked me if he could take me home. And I said sure. And thank God I didn't fucking resist, you know. Told him my address. Low-key, I think the deliriant gods / the hat man wanting me to go home. They're probably fucking tired of me being in a dimension or some shit. Ended up being taken home by this officer. And now at this point, I'm half out of it, half conscious, since I was a regular user for substances such as deliriants. And it's still a fuck scenario, and it was probably one of my first times I've tweaked really bad that I didn't end up going to the hospital for. Parents ended up being very pissed off at me. They were asking where my bike was, and I actually didn't have it, guys. So they drove up the street, and here's where things get up pretty delusional and reality starts to hit. So in a nutshell, when it comes to reality, I was walking home. I imagine talking to myself, walking very weirdly, not straight in a line at all, probably just, you know, moving around spacey like. Ended up dropping my bag, which had my GameCube and other stuff in it, like my games and my fucking cords for it and shit. Ended up crossing the street directly from my bag where it was on the sidewalk, and then dropped my bike there. And then I ended up walking down that street, like I crossed the street, and then I go towards that other street where it turns into a different street. And then ended up walking down the street and losing my phone, and ended up in a lady's front yard talking to myself in flowers. So you already know where this is going. She ended up calling the cops, and here we are. So yeah, stay away from that shit, you know. My phone ended up being found by my friend Ryan. I didn't know him at the time, and he put it back on the ground apparently. And I don't know, he probably could have sold it and didn't even tell me, because, you know, he probably felt bad. But low-key, I'm not even gonna blame him. I probably would have done the same thing and I felt bad myself. If you guys appreciated this gay-ass video, never fucking touch this shit, please. It's really not fun at all. Like, if you're touching this stuff on purpose, you have an actual addiction. This shit's not fun at all. And if you continue to do this shit, you may not care, but your family will. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Or type shit. Stay smooth, YouTube. Peace.